guy. Okay, yeah, if you can just change the stream, the title to Testament Guide, or like, you know, whatever, you know, something like that. Because that's what we're doing, you know, so we'll upload this to YouTube. Because this was requested by many people, and I guess I'm a good testament, so this is what people want. They got to what I wanted, 120 followers. I'm going to give people what they want. I guess we should explain the buttons first. So, first of all, Testament is a balanced character. They are really good, like, they have really good, like, all around, but they're really mostly a mid-range owner with all their goals, right? You can play them many different ways, but you have to be very creative. Testament is a character where the more creative you are, the better you will be with them. So, let's go around the buttons. First we got 2P. So 2P is really good. 2P is pretty good for being anti-it, especially when they're jumping at you. And you just kind of like, you know, if you panic, click square, or P, then, you know, it's really good. It's had some decent range. It comes out pretty fast, I believe, too. So, 2P the same way, really good. 2P and 5P are the only, actually, no, I'll get into that when I explain the same to everybody. So, then we got 5K. 5K is really good. It's a really good button. I'm pretty sure high pressures. Comes out pretty damn nicely too. We'll go ahead and just look at it. Look at dust loop. 5K is 7 frames. 7 frames auto. Pretty good. Pretty flammable too, because it only has 12 frames of recovery. So it's pretty damn flammable. And it's really good for if they come rushing in, right? Right? It's really good for to stop them, like in their tracks, right? It's a really good button for that. 2K, the same way. Really good. 2K with Gatling into 2B. Go ahead and change that off. 2K will Gatling into 2B. But keep in mind, there's a big gap. So they can backdash. They can backdash and super. They can also grab you, but you have to be really, really close. 5K also Gatlings into this. 5K you also get, off of 5K and 2K, you can do your command buttons. Right, 6P or this. Which, this is, you can be grabbed out of up close, and this you can also be grabbed out of. But these are true block strings. So, you have to take that. Both really good buttons. Probably some of their best, to be honest. And now we're going to get into the larger bumbles. So first we got 5S. 5S covers a lot of the string. It's a good round solder. But keep in mind that it can be, it is not disjointed. So you can be hit from very long distances. It's not disjointed. So it's pretty good though. It's also very flammable. It recovers pretty quickly. Covers a lot of the string. And it's good for like combos like this that you can do. Gonna hit that. You know, a little setup. If you don't want them too far away, because like, you know, see that, you know, make a little distance. So, really good button, but use it wisely because it can be 6P'd and hit. It's not disjointed. Next, we got 5HS. 5HS is, in fact, disjointed, but it is, it had the same startup frames of a 5S, but it have slower recovery, so you have slow testament recovers, and it also more minus. It's minus 13, while this is minus 9. Now, obviously, from like long distances, you're not going to get punished, right? Maybe you will get punished by like Sun Dipper. But yeah. But the upside to this button is that it's disjointed. They cannot hit you. Wait, what? What? Well, I mean, I get 6P's also, sorry, 6P's also disjointed, right? So let me put it up to, oh, that's fine. Go. So, see, it is disjointed, so. And it also gives you your, yeah, see how I hit, better this, see how we trade? In the distances we do not. So, really good button. I typically use this button after a wall break. After I get a wall break, I would do 5HS. Right? If they do absolutely anything that isn't like a jump, block, or a low crutch, then it will hit them. And you get a counter hit. With Sane, then you get the combo, obviously. So now we got command normals. We got 6P. Probably the best 6P in the game. It's hella flammable. It's really good. It's just a really, really good 6P. It's probably the best 6P in Guild Gear. For now. It's really usable too, for like, you know, if you get a counter hit, you can also link these and this when you need them. All around good button. Especially when you're drawing out fireballs and they jump, you can, you know, because Grey Reaper have pretty nice recovery. You can 6P. Then a good friend of mine, Sake, taught me that if you get a counter hit on it while your opponent jumps, and a high counter hit, you can actually get crowd. So it's pretty good. But of course, that's only if very high. Alright, next normal is 6HS. 6HS is a really good button for the right circumstances. Because, again, this button is not disjointed. This button's not disjointed at all. It does come out slower, so... It's gonna be so difficult. Same. It's not disjointed, but it's a really good way to end combos. Dunk, 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 dunk. You get the bounce, and that bounce can lead to that Solvia, which is the suckiness super. 6HS. Right, covers a very, very big portion of the string. Another big thing to remember too with this button is if they jump, it will catch them out of the air. It kind of scoops them up, which is really, really good. So, obviously you get links from it too. You got cool combos too. You know? Really, really, really cool combos. But like I said, use it widely. It comes out slow, and it can be, it's not disjointed at all. So like you can be doing like stuff like this, just kind of mix up your opponent. Or we have them in the corner, you have them like this, throw, if they jump, that will hit. It will hit. And yeah. Really good button. It's not particularly the best button. In my opinion, Testament's best buttons are 5K, 2K, and probably 2S. I haven't covered those, but 2S is your longest range poke, like crouching poke. Really good, pretty flammable too. And it does link, have some few Gatlings you can do. You can do 2S into 2HS. This is not disjointed, but it's a good way to catch your opponent when they're 16 your corner pressure because you're doing this. So run up 2S, it will counter hit, catch them, they are flowed, you get the combo. Pretty good. It's also pretty good too for whip punishing people. Like if you're up close and then they whip, and then you do that, right? So like up close. You're up close and you whip, right? Make them whip. And then you get the combo, and you hit them, they have sane, you get the combo. Pretty damn good button. Next button, one of my favorite buttons, is 2HS. Now 2HS have a shit ton of range. It's fully disjointed. It can catch people in the air if they jump at you. It can catch them on the ground. It also hits low crotch. It's just a really good button. The only downside to it is it's not as flammable, right? Because you do have a little thing, but you can flame it pretty well, right? It's not like this where you can just like do that, right? But you have to keep in mind that it does have a slow startup, so they can poke you out of it. Especially if you're doing your pressure, they can poke you out of it. Which sucks, but it's just a way to balance it. It's also -2, so it makes it pretty damn good. Pretty damn good, especially if they're blocking, right? And they're affecting the hitman. If they're affecting like Gravedigger, you can just run up again and start doing it. Okay, look at the Rex. Do you see the Rex? It builds up Rex so good. So yeah, you can link these buttons in a lot of places. It's a really good button. Pretty good button. Okay. Was that all the buttons? I believe so, right? Alright, another thing too with this button is that you can catch people after hitting them. I'll just show you all. You make them jump, right? And then they do pulse. If they pulse immediately, right? So you can bait the boss. You can bait the boss. Then you get a whole combo. So it's really good because she goes. They go low to the ground. So you can bait it. Now you get a whole combo for it, just like that. It's really good. Pretty good. Okay. There goes that. There goes all their buttons. Now it's time to, let's cover the air buttons too. So air buttons, 2P, really good button. It's mostly good for an air to air, or if you whiff that, right, and with Sane, you can catch them. Happens a lot for me. And so pretty good. Pretty damn good button, I would say. Especially just for baiting, to be honest. Then you got JS. JS is probably one of the better air-to-airs in the game. It's really good, really good. It's a really good button, especially air-to-air. Also hits pretty low too, as you guys see. Next one is JHS. JHS is really good. It hits deep, and that can really mess up with people, especially when they're trying to 6-speed you. It's really good. It's a main jumping. It gatlings into JD, which JD is an overhead. JD is an overhead. JD is an overhead, which is really good. Really, really good. Because that gives you some mix that you can do. And it's a pretty damn good mix. Then you got